Hello, Bill. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your 5 senses work. Health and strength is good. What? Now, listen to this. Listen. It's a Gamepass world. Where you come from, and it's a Gamepass world, and we're just living in it. Listen to this. It says here, 46% of PlayStation players would subscribe to Xbox Game Pass if Activision titles were added. 46%. Yeah, it's a Game Pass thing. Anyway, say Call of Duty also came out on top as Activision game most likely to draw in subscribers. I see why Sony told Microsoft to honor the service. Anyway, says here a recent survey has revealed that 46% of PlayStation players in the U.S. would consider subscribing to Xbox Game Pass if Activision titles were added. The survey, which was conducted by YouGov in January 2022, reveals a number of statistics about Activision titles hypothetically coming to Xbox Game Pass following Microsoft's purchase of Activision earlier this year. As it turned out, the survey revealed that out of Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo and PC players, PlayStation fans would be most likely to consider subscribing to Xbox Game Pass if it includes Activision titles such as Diablo, Warcraft, Crash Bandicoot, Overwatch, and more. In fact, 46% of US players and 29% of UK players surveys would consider it. As for the other players, the survey found that 46%, 26% in the UK of Nintendo players, 42%, 26% in the UK PC players, and 27%, 20% in the UK of smartphone players would subscribe to Game Pass following the addition of Activision games to Xbox service. Says here, another interesting statistics found in the survey revealed that out of the Activision biggest property, Call of Duty would be the biggest driver for Xbox Game Pass subscription, with 19% of US players and 11% of UK players saying it would convince them the most over other Activision titles mentioned in the survey. Despite the result found in the survey, Xbox boss Phil Spencer previously revealed around the time of Microsoft's purchase of Activision that the deal isn't meant to pull communities away from PlayStation. The acquisition also doesn't mean that Activision games will go on to become Xbox / PC exclusive either. At least not right now. Eager to not disappoint players on platform other than Xbox, Spencer also said at the time of the announcement that Activision games will still be enjoyed on a variety of platforms despite Xbox takeover. It's worth noting that this survey was concluded before the announcement of PlayStation Plus Premium. Sony revamped take on its own subscription service unveiled last month. It offered 3 tiers of rewards, including more than 700 significant games from throughout Sony's history if you subscribe at the highest level. 700, huh? Look, when it comes to the PlayStation Plus, when Sony made the PS5 and did not bring that entire catalog of games from the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, all the way to PlayStation 5, make them fully backwards compatible, that was a huge blow to them. It was a huge blow. They left all those catalog of games behind. So how do you expect to run a subscription service with all those games left behind? It's going to be tough. You only got 700 out of what? All those games on the PlayStation 1? America, Japan, and Europe. All those games on the PlayStation 2? America, Japan, and Europe. All those games on the PlayStation 3? America, Japan, and Europe. All those games on the PlayStation 4, America, Japan, and Europe. You left all those games behind, and you only got 700? It is going to be tough, man. With this new PlayStation Plus, it's going to be tough. Okay? Now, when it comes to Game Pass now, Game Pass is a different animal. Because Microsoft took backwards compatibility serious. And they needed another subscription service. They took backwards compatibility serious. But then they needed ZeniMax Bethesda as another pillar under it to keep it going. Then they just added Activision Blizzard. So when it comes to Game Pass now, Activision games, they do pretty good. You know, they do pretty good. And plus the other games, plus Starfield, plus all the other games that ZeniMax Bethesda are working on, is Game Pass is benefiting from it. And a lot of PC players, iOS, Linux, they like Game Pass. Now when it comes to Call of Duty, of course Call of Duty got a big following. Call of Duty got a big following. And to me, Warzone saved Call of Duty. Warzone really saved Call of Duty. And it put Activision on a map. It put not on the map, but it put Activision on a level that has never been, man. Once they added Warzone to it, it was just like, that was checkmate. It was game over. Activision was sitting in the throne of military shooters, like, we're the kings now. Come get some. When you got Warzone with updates, all those updates, and then you add your Call of Duties with your story-driven and multiplayer game alongside a Warzone, Activision cannot be touched, man. Activision can't be touched. That's why when EA came out with Battlefield, it was more of a desperation, because they were trying to make up for lost time, because they went and challenged Europe in court over loot boxes. So while they were doing that, Activision kept their foot on the gas, and they kept making games. And as far as Game Pass goes, there's a lot of good games on Game Pass besides Call of Duty. Call of Duty ain't the only game that's going to bring PlayStation players over to Game Pass. There's the Elder Scrolls 6. There's Elder Scrolls 6. There's Starfield. There's Gears. There's of course there's Halo and Forza and Sea of Thieves and all that. But there are other games on the Game Pass on Game Pass that PlayStation players like on Xbox. So Game Pass within itself, man, it's just a monster. It's just a monster, man. You know what? Once Microsoft got that title, man, came up with that name Game Pass. That name, it trumps every other name in video games. It do. So Microsoft, they couldn't be touched. You know, the Game Pass name is more popular than any other name in video games. Whether it's Steam, the Epic Store, GOG, PlayStation Plus, or a Nintendo subscription, Game Pass trumps all of them. So Game Pass can't be touched, man. And the moves that Microsoft made, man, behind Game Pass, man, there were some good moves. The ZeniMax Bethesda, I'm still stunned on it. I'm still feeling the stings of it, the way they did that one. But the Activision Blizzard one now, man, that was like a straight nuke, or if you want to call it Holocaust, if you want to call it that. But because Microsoft they seized the opportunity. There's no monopoly about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Activision Blizzard was having turmoil within their studios. Turmoil and all kind of issues coming up. And court cases and and Microsoft being the eagles that they are, they just swooped in with their claws out. Wow. And got them. And they haven't looked back since. And they stunned the game industry again. So it's not just Call of Duty that will bring PlayStation players over to Game Pass. It's the other games that they have in studio, and the other games that they have in development. There's plenty of games based on the studios that Microsoft got. It's not just Call of Duty, man. It's a whole bunch of studios that they got that are developing games for Game Pass and Xbox for the iOS and Linux community. So Microsoft right now, they can't be touched right now, dude. When it comes to as far as Game Pass is concerned, they can't be touched right now, man. I mean, look, even Sean Layden, PlayStation's former boss, saying that there was an article on the gamingbible.co.uk, where Sean Layden was on the front cover and he was sitting there playing chess. A picture of him playing chess, and he tried to say Game Pass is not sustainable. That was the dumbest comment he ever made. Because once Microsoft made those moves they made, it solidified Game Pass now. So Game Pass, in a nutshell, is just a problem for the competition, man. So it took them several years or more to get Game Pass off the ground, man. So Microsoft did what they had to do, and to me, with Game Pass, they were trying to like bridge the gap within the gaming industry. Because if you look at Game Pass, and if you look at Windows is a service, right? Windows is the operating system in a service, and Game Pass is the same thing. It's a service. So Game Pass and Windows are just alike. So Game Pass is no joke, man. It's no joke. The moves that they made, man, were key to all this. When they brought the iOS user base to Game Pass, that was huge. And then they had the Windows user base. Of course, they had the Xbox user base, but now you add Linux to the mix. So now Linux, Windows, and Mac, iOS, they're all using Game Pass. Yeah, Game Pass is no joke. And a lot of PlayStation players, even though they play on PlayStation, they already love Game Pass. They already do. They already do. And most of the PlayStation fans were making fun of Xbox during the Xbox One gaming era. But once Microsoft got Phil Spencer and those moves and all those moves that Microsoft made during the Xbox One time era, yeah, with Phil Spencer, man, yeah, PlayStation players took notice, and Phil Spencer like, okay, because remember, Sony was hitting Xbox. They were making all this noise with Spider-Man. They were making all this noise about Spider-Man and Disney, right? Then right after that, they hit Microsoft with all kind of time exclusive. So Phil Spencer is like, okay, let's play. And then all of a sudden, here comes the ZeniMax Bethesda deal. Shocked the industry. And they was making moves after that. And then all of a sudden, they just dropped Activision Blizzard, and they haven't looked back since. So Game Pass right now, man, is the thing, man. I mean, this is the service to be on right now, and PlayStation players know it because they know once Microsoft got that title, man, they know it was gonna be hard to touch Microsoft after that. They know, and PlayStation players are looking like, okay, what games that my Xbox have that make me want to join Game Pass? Some of them already joined the service already, but based on the games that Microsoft have in development, based on the studios they acquired, oh yeah, some PlayStation fans have already purchased Xbox One to use Game Pass already because they seen how good the service is. So this article right now just made Game Pass even stronger. The article just made Game Pass even more stronger now. Because look what the article is saying. Saying here that it says here, okay, 46 to 26% in the UK of Nintendo fans, 42 US 26 in the UK for PC players, 27-20 in the UK for smartphone players. Then what about the iOS users? They forgot to add that to the mix. And then there's the Linux user base. So yep, Game Pass is just it is what it is, man. It's just it's a good service, man. It's serving its purpose, and Microsoft hasn't taken their foot off the gas yet, man. They haven't. So yeah, as far as Call of Duty goes, once Microsoft make the changes they need to make, Call of Duty will be on Game Pass. That's for sure. Call of Duty will be on Game Pass. So is the other games that Activision Blizzard already have. Whether it's Overwatch, whether it's World of Warcraft, whether it's Diablo, whether it's all the games that Activision, StarCraft on Game Pass, whatever games that Activision Blizzard has, ZeniMax, Bethesda has, plus all those studios that Microsoft acquired to make games for Game Pass. Game Pass is just, it's a Game Pass world, and we're just living in it, man. We're just living in it. It's the way it is. Anyway, I'm going to leave this article with y'all to enjoy. Let me know what y'all think. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Or Dark Side.